My name is Marty Guilfoyle. I'm a DJ and a radio presenter, and I'm a volunteer with Childline. A couple of months ago, I got an email from Childline that they were recruiting new volunteers and essentially asking for help to recruit volunteers to use my social media platforms and my radio show to kind of get the word out there. So after reading the email, I thought, okay, I'll give this a go. So within 5 minutes, I'd emailed back and said, look, I'd love to try this. And within a week, I think it was, maybe 10 days, I'd started the training to be a volunteer. I learned a lot from it. I really, really did. I was really worried that when I'd signed up to it and done the first session, I thought that maybe this might have been a little bit out of my depth, because some of the things we did in the first session, I was kind of thinking, oh, okay, this is the kind of stuff that you deal with. And then there was the balance of, the nice stuff that you deal with as well. And then after session 2, I was like, no, this is absolutely for me. And I'm going to finish this one out and get cracking as soon as I can. Obviously, when you're traveling for work, and I guess in the entertainment industry, people do kind of look at your social media and think, oh my God, when do you sleep? And I had a lot of people close to me say, oh, you sure you have time for this and all? And it was only when I kind of hammered it home and I was like, I think everyone has time for it. It's a 4-hour shift minimum during the week, and I just picked a day where I knew that I absolutely would not have work or potentially even having something to do. So I've absolutely had no issue squeezing the time in at all, and Childline made it so easy for me to pick the shift that I could absolutely commit to. It was so easy. It really, really was, despite everything going on and all the traveling and stuff. Selfishly, I gain a sense of purpose. I feel like we're in this fast-paced time where everyone's working. It's like work. And I just don't like the idea of my job being kind of my sense of purpose at all. I could be exhausted from a gate the night before, and as soon as I walk in here 5 minutes into my shift, I'm perked up and I'm ready to go. I'm hearing about people's weeks, I'm hearing about what's going on. And then comes the calls and the messages and hearing the kids, the young people leave those calls with that sense of empowerment, and listening to their voice, over what could be a 60-minute phone call where they've left their home and they've gone to their local park so that they've got a bit of privacy to ring Childline and confide in the service to tell them what's going on. Not always doom and gloom, it could be something like they played a football match at the weekend and they really want to talk to somebody about it, like they scored a goal or whatever, and they just go, I'm going to ring Childline because I did it before, and the person on the phone was nice to me, so I can do it again. When you hear that in their voice, in the young person's voice, and they're getting better and they're getting less anxious and they're leaving that call with that sense of empowerment, you can't beat that feeling. One person rang up this service and you were on the other end and their day is a million times better. You can't beat that. You really, really can't. And I do think that there's time in everyone's week where they can contribute and help with that and to experience that feeling as well. And when you do get that feeling of helping someone, you just want to do more. The 4 hours passes and you're like, oh, the volunteer's coming in, and you're like, bye, and next thing you know, your shift pops around for another week. So yeah. So if you're inspired by my story and you feel like you'd be able to help out the young lives in Ireland today and volunteer some of your time to work with Childline, all you gotta do is head on to www.ispcc.ie to find out more and register today.